So we've arrived at Easter Monday, and what must it have been like for those disciples 2,000 years ago on the Monday? They'd had the Sunday, the excitement of seeing the risen Lord. It started as a day of gloom and not quite knowing what was going to happen. But by the Sunday evening, they were just in a different place. They were in excitement. But on the Monday following these events, what must it have been like as they were trying to process what they'd seen, what they'd heard, and the Lord whom they'd encountered? They didn't know what was going to happen. Was he going to stay around and lead a revolutionary movement? What was the kingdom going to look like? Of course, we know from Acts that he spent 40 days teaching them about the kingdom of God. But at that moment, that first morning, it must have been very confusing for them as they tried to process all that they'd seen and heard the day before. We live in a time of confusion. We live in a time when we don't know what the future will hold, or when the current crisis is going to end. And yet we know that God has all things in his hand, that God is working out his purposes for each one of us. For some, it's been a time of rest that perhaps we wouldn't otherwise have had. For some, it's been a time of self-reflection. Whatever you've been doing during this time, know that God is with you and he is working out his purposes. And may he bless you this bank holiday.